Good evening. Let's start with something new. As I was coming up, the term hacker usually meant someone that broke into computer systems and caused trouble, planted viruses, and in general was not a good person. However, we need to learn and change with the times. Now the term hacker, we found within the do-it-yourself maker community, the term hacker is actually a good term. It means somebody that makes things, somebody that uses computers to create a new application. It's not like it used to be. And if we're going out to reach these people, we need to be able to use their language. Much as if they want to communicate with hams, they need to learn a little bit of ham speak. We've got a lot in common with them. The do-it-yourself or DIY movement is nothing new to amateur radio. For over a century, hams have been working in attics and basements, using scavenged parts, pieces bought out in a flea market, taking things apart, putting them back together in new and creative ways. The enjoyment of seeing your own creation work, or even if it doesn't and blows up on you, is still better than just being a mere consumer of mass-produced corporate products. The joys of making and modifying things runs deep within the amateur radio community. Today's hams continue making and modifying new technologies in creative ways that can become the mass-produced corporate products of tomorrow. And meanwhile, we have a whole lot of fun doing it. Hams were the original makers and hackers, using new and scavenged parts to communicate with each other worldwide and even outside the world to the International Space Station, bouncing off the moon and beyond. In this hobby, communicating is the key word. And when computers came along, the hams adapted to them quite naturally, using their technical skills and imagination. Hams put together wireless network instead of working with wires. From microchips to robotics to time and space itself, the makers and hackers within the amateur radio community build up and explore new ways to play with the radio spectrum. Now, there's over 7,000 active amateur radio groups in the United States alone, and we have no idea how many maker and hacker groups there may be, but they're large and they're growing, and we have a lot in common with them. I hope you'll use the video as a way of introducing yourself and make the most of the in-person aspect of amateur radio and the hackers. Get together, work with them, talk with them, share information, technology, work together on joint projects. Together we can grow tremendously and learn new things. And after all, isn't that the fun of it? Just remember, it takes a ham to make a ham. The video alone, the handout alone won't do it. They need you. So please, take the materials we provide, thanks to the ARRL, and go make a new friend.